Hey, and there we are. We are live, and hopefully everybody can hear me okay and see me okay. And welcome, welcome, welcome to our auction. I say our, it's my wife's the other half of the business, the silent partner, as you have not seen her yet. Someday, maybe. Anyway, so here we are, another Thursday night in Northwest Vermont. And man, what a beautiful day we had today. Oh, I gotta fix this light. It's keep glaring in my face. Here we go. Sometimes I get a little too much. I think I'm getting some glare from this other. No? Mm-hmm. Oh, what's a glare off my own screen? There we go. Okay. Oh, and I know we get rid of this too. This will take some glare too. There we go. Oh, there we go. That was it. Okay. Anyway, so there we are. I say Northwest Vermont. If you haven't checked in the comments, you'll see that I asked new people to please email me. The email's right there in my comments there. My email's also on the screen. Let me know your real name, your excuse me, your eBay name, your eBay name, your YouTube name. Man, I am tired tonight. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning. Your YouTube name, your shipping, and your PayPal information, which is usually your shipping and PayPal. I assume that this is going to have your real name in it anyway, so I'll have that. I do use Pirate Ship for shipping. I use PayPal for invoicing, although I can make other arrangements, and I have done that for some folks. You just let me know in the email. Let me see, what else? Oh, yeah. So if you're new to auctions, and I know most of the folks that are probably going to be here tonight are not new to auctions, but if you're new, everything's done in the chat. And I don't require people to register other than to send me that information I just asked for. I do ask you to subscribe. I don't think I've turned it off to non-subscribers, but if we run into problems with trolls, then that's going to have to switch to subscribers only. I think right now I don't think. Let me know in the chat if it asks you to, if it's required subscribers. I don't think I have that turned on. Anyway, so once I post a sold in the chat, that closes the bidding on that item, unless there's multiple items, which there isn't tonight. And then I have some silver. I don't have any gold items on. No, nothing I can recall that's got any gold or gold filled or gold plated that I'm aware of what I got here piled up. But I do have some silver. So items that with some rings and some necklaces and some earrings. So that are silver, mostly 925 or sterling. Let me see what else here we have to say. Oh, so let me go on. For those that are new to me, and I'm sorry, sorry to be repetitious. I know those folks that are here, like Barb and Marlene, already know a lot about me. But we are up in Northwest Vermont, near the Canadian border, about an hour maybe or so, about 18 miles outside of Burlington, Vermont, and we are about 95 miles from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So Canadian border is really close. In the mountains, you can see Mount Mansfield. Beautiful day. I said, oh my gosh, it was just a gorgeous day today. Sunny, mixture of some clouds, nice breeze in the 70s. Oh, it was just absolutely gorgeous day today. The kind of weather I really enjoy. And one of the reasons I continue to stay in New England, I could never handle the 90 plus degree stuff my sister has down in Florida. She can have it, plus the hurricanes. So we don't get that. No, that's not true. We had Hurricane Irene that hit us, I forget how many years ago that was now. Didn't hit our area too badly, but parts of the southern part of the state really got hit pretty hard. Some flooding. We had some pretty bad flooding a couple of years ago from tropical storms. Some of the same storms that really knocked out the Carolinas pretty badly, and Florida and Georgia, and I forget where else now. But yeah, so we are lucky we just have to deal with winter. So, and this past few winters, actually this past winter was fairly typical, I would have to say. Previous winters, we didn't get much snow. So, and I don't mind the snow. It's the 20 below stuff I can deal with that. But there are benefits to that though. People say, oh, why you can't stand it. But the 20 below, if you get some prolonged sub-zero weather, it really reduces the tick population significantly. So, and we have seen ticks this year. So, but not as bad as some years. So it all varies and where you are too in the state. And I know there's other things going on here besides the usual local politics and national politics and all that kind of stuff. And I don't talk about that. So, okay. Let's see here. What else do I need to let you know? I guess that's about it. If you do have any questions though about the items that are up there, please put something in the chat, and I'll pause the auction enough to answer your question, and as best as I can. Like I said, most of the silver items I have tonight, I have pretty high confidence that they are silver, either because I've tested them or I just know the source. So some items, I'm trying to think. I think I may still have a few state items. I'll have to think about that as I go through it. I literally am sitting surrounded by boxes of stuff, as you can see behind me, and that's just the tip of what I have. That side of the room actually has more stuff that we just store, and my boxes are sitting on top of it. My wife's Barbie collection, things like that. So yeah, she's been doing it for years, way before the movie came around. So she knows her stuff when it comes to Barbie. But so I do have an eclectic mix, again as usual. Nothing out of the ordinary. If there's anybody out there that needs a relatively brand new ergonomic keyboard and mouse, I have a brand new one. I literally took it out of the box, tried it once, didn't like the ergonomic keyboard, and put it back. So I have that if anybody's interested in something like that. It's wireless too, which is nice. There's that. I do have some, like I say, I've got, I didn't bring any music boxes tonight, but I do have some. I have a ton of toys I can see right here in front of me. I've shown quite a few of them in the past. Various kitchenware, I guess you call it, collectible kitchenware in particular. I got one Fiestaware set that I'm trying to find the missing piece for. And once I find that, I'll show that up either here or on eBay. But I get some really nice stuff like that, and some unusual dinner ceramics, I guess, porcelain and ceramic pieces. Some very unusual pieces, actually. I think I've shown some in the past, not for auction, just to show you what I have and stuff I need to put up. There's a couple items tonight I have no idea what to ask for. I got one item that looks like definitely a Halloween item. A little early for that, but we were at what store were we at today? It doesn't matter. We were at one of the local stores here, or chain stores, big box stores, and they had the Halloween stuff out in July. So, okay. That's the way it goes sometimes. So, all right, let's get started. Let's see, what was I going to do first? I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, I think right here in front of me. I'm going to do this. Like I said, this is one of the few pieces of ceramics, I guess we call it, or China. Actually, this is technically China. I'll put it on the other camera because it's easier to show. So I'm going to switch cameras on and go to my other camera. And we have this set here. Let me get my notes so I can give you a proper description of it. This is a Noritake Lakeworth cup and saucer set. It's immaculate. I couldn't find any damage on it. None of the usual, the gold rimming, all that kind of stuff is in perfect condition. Let's say Lakeworth. Oops. That finger didn't hit the space bar. We'll start this at $5. How's that, huh? So, show you the label on the bottom. Legacy Noritake Lakeworth, and there's a number on there. That is the set 3699. Made in the Philippines. Huh. I didn't notice that before. That's cool. Here's the inside of that. There's the pattern here. You can see. Again, I'll show you the bottom. Pretty cool. Like I said, it's not one of these things that I say I got this for a bargain, as you could say, and so I really don't need to hang on to it. I just want somebody else who might collect this kind of thing or maybe use this kind of thing. But there it is. It's in excellent condition, and all the gold trim is in beautiful shape. You won't see any fading on this at all. Okay, make a note that I've shown it. Excuse me. I may have to grab a lozenge too at some point. We had a really busy weekend, and yeah, that's one of the reasons I was so late getting a couple of the invoices out on Monday or Tuesday, whenever I did it. So anyway, that's where we are. So yeah, what was the weekend? We had actually one of my closest friends' birthday is today, and we had fun. Had fun last night decorating his lawn while he was I don't know if he was asleep or not. It was pretty late at night, but he's a night owl sometimes. So, but if I thought to put a picture on my computer, I could have shown you some of the stuff we put on his lawn. We do it every year, so and we've been doing it. Oh gosh, I gotta say close to 40 years. I have to say, yeah, it's been at least that long, maybe more. But it all started with him. I know it's been 40 years because it was when we were at the last house, so it's over 40 years. And one day he called me up at work and he said, "I got this computer we're getting rid of. Would you be interested?" And I said, "No, sure, I guess so." He said, "Well, as far as I know, it still runs and everything." Now this is 40 years ago. So my wife calls me a couple hours later and she said, "There's a big truck here with a winch that's lowering this massive thing onto the lawn." Turns out the computer was about the size of two desks, two steel top desks put together. It was huge. And so I wouldn't say in revenge, but let's just say after that, every birthday he got some really creative and ugly decorations on his lawn. And it took him a long time to figure out why these things are showing up. We kept it. His wife finally figured it out, but didn't say anything. And for years and years and years we did that until he finally figured out who was doing it. There were all kinds of stuff. It was fun. It was so fun. Anyway, okay, let me get this out of here. And I gotta find a safe place to put this. Right here it is. Okay, let's start with some jewelry. Yeah, let's do these earrings first. I'm trying to get them out of the bag here. Give me a second. All right. So I'm gonna there's a cautionary tale with these earrings. And I'll explain what I mean as soon as I find my display here for it. They're kind of I wouldn't call them a native style. I hesitate to say that because I don't think really that they are. There we go. Sorry, I'm just trying to get it on the display here without losing any of the beads, and I'll explain why I say that in a minute. I've been trying to figure this out. So, okay. So there they are. Okay. Now they're a really large loop style earring, or what we'll call it. You see how it's put together here, And you literally can, this thing could literally fall apart on you if you're not watching what you're doing. And there's how it hooks. You can see that okay. But these beads, there's nothing stopping them from coming off the earring. As you can see, if I opened this right now, these 3 beads would fall on the floor. I don't know why they would design that way. I was thinking maybe I should throw some glue on there or something to keep them from sliding. My wife said, no, you don't want to do that. But what are you saying? I'm looking for back on things. I thought about putting some kind of a steel thing on there that could crimp. Put past on the other item. And so I'm just going to call these a large filigree earrings with beads, and I'm warning you about that they can fall off unless I figure out some way to crimp a metal bead above them. And I'm going to look at see if I have anything that'll crimp like that. I think I do. I have the crimp tools and all that kind of stuff, so I will take a look at that. But I'm just going to start these at $5. But I do want to give that cautionary thing because they can literally set up. I've done it. I've done it. I have another set that's almost identical to this that is actually what they did on that. Oh, actually, I could do that. I just came with a solution. Okay. I'm going to put a rubber backing on it. You don't need a rubber backing because you're not putting it on your ear, but if I put a rubber backing, that'll keep the bead from sliding off. I'll show you what I mean. I'll put one on both of them when I get a chance here, but I'll just demonstrate what I mean. So there, I just now put a rubber backing. It's on the back of the earring, so you won't see it when you're wearing it. And the beads can't slide off. But it can go off the other way, the other end. I'll have to fix that. Yeah, there. Sorry, just fix this so I can put it back on the display. There, I solved my problem. I just realized it by looking at another pair I had handy. It said, oh, let me put a little rubber piece on the back. You won't see it when you're wearing it because it's on part of the hook. It's on the back of the ear. So, okay. No interest in those. That's fine. Let's see what we're going to have next here. Earrings. Those are all earrings I have in front of me. Let me grab something that's not earrings. Oh, bracelet. I had a bracelet. That's right. What did I do with that? Just had that in my hand. Sorry, I thought it was more better organized. Oh, there it is. So they got a vintage bracelet. I'll show you. Let's pass on this guy. We'll pass on this. And I have a vintage bracelet. I'm just taking care of the earrings here so they don't mess them up. Put it down here and bring the camera up a little closer and shoot down at it. So this is a vintage Jelly Belly bracelet. My research says it may have originated in California, but it did call it vintage. So we're going to start the bids at this one at $8. It's in good condition. Let's get it on here. There we go. And it's got two of the little Jelly Belly guys here. And it has this style of clasp. See? And there's the two Jelly Belly guys and a couple of others. There's a Star Charm and a Moon Charm and a Ballerina Charm for some reason. I don't know much about. I just know I like to eat Jelly Bellies, but I don't know much about them other than that. And while you're looking at that, it's a gold tone. It doesn't have any wear on it that I can tell for something vintage, which is good. So I'm just going to put this earring away before I lose any of the pieces or parts. I didn't put a rubber back in the second one, so I will do that before I get at some point today, tomorrow. All right. So there's the Jelly Belly bracelet, vintage. If you want to go ahead and look it up, you can. It's a ballerina. I didn't check the length, but if anybody is interested, I can certainly get you the length on that. I don't have as much non-jewelry stuff tonight, so I am kind of a little more sparse with showing some of that. I do have some ephemera type stuff, if you want to call it that. So we will go with that too tonight. And I'm, as usual, planning to go to about 10:30. And we'll see if my allergies don't, as long as my allergies don't kick in tonight, I'll be doing well. I do have some rings tonight. I think I brought a few. Well, everything when it comes to jewelry. Not too many. I think I only have a couple bracelets, but the rest is earrings, necklaces, kind of stuff. So, and I have, like I said, some. I think what I consider vintage stuff. So, okay, no interest in the Jelly Belly bracelet. And I did look this one up because, like I said, I didn't know much about it. That's when I discovered it's vintage and from California, and they typically go for in excess of what I'm fairly in excess of what I'm asking. So, okay, sorry, I had to grab a sip of water. Okay, necklace. We haven't done a necklace yet, have we? What did I just have? Good. Okay, so we'll pass on this. And oh, I do have. Well, I'll wait till later. I have some non-jewelry items as well, but I'll pass on that for a moment and just get to a necklace here. Yeah. I'm trying to keep things sorted. So if somebody does come in later and say, hey, I'm interested in such and such you showed earlier on, I want to make sure I have it within reach. Okay, so I have a faux pearl necklace that is champagne in color. Let me give you a length on this thing before I put it up. So I got 16. So there's a. Whoop! Did I just? Oh. Necklace. And it has a W or an M mark on this clasp. I can't tell if it's a W or an M because it's upside down. They look the same. You know, one looks like a W, one looks like an M. I think it leans to being a W because of what I was able to look up. It is individually knotted between them, which is always a good sign. And it is this style of clasp like that you pull, pinch and pull apart. What did I say, 16-inch? We'll start this. This is vintage, by the way, from what I can tell. They call it a champagne color. We'll start this at $8. And let me get my display. I don't know if it'll show better on the black or on the. Yeah, I think it shows good on the black. Let's see here. So you can see how it binds. Oh, that extra light will help, but not really. Okay. I say it has a W marking on the clasp on the little pin thing you squeeze, and it is knotted in between each item. Show it pulse again. And you can see the knots in there. It's been sitting around a while, I can tell. You know, it's aging a little bit, but they call it a champagne color. So, but not real. If it was real, it'd be worth in the hundreds of dollars because it's an extremely rare color, apparently. So this is meant to fool someone into thinking you have a very expensive necklace, or you just like the color of champagne. I don't know. Good question, huh? Right? So, all right, no interest. That's all right. We'll pass. I'm not going to linger on things too much tonight if I can help it. Unless there's some interest or some discussion. Let's get that out of the way. And yeah, you're looking at a blank screen. I mean, not so nice background. Let's see here. Okay, let's do another non-jewelry item. Any crafters out there? This is going to be a pretty big item, so let's see if I can get a display. It's at the back of it. There, that's not bad. I think that is completely zoomed out. So, a Rix beading loom. And the claim on this is that you can do your own beading in minutes. It's made by a company called Beadsmith. Everything's in there. It's brand new. Brand new. Open the box, check the contents, but it still got the original packaging. In plastic. It has all the pieces and stuff like that in here. And the instruction. And the instructions say it gives you an overview of the loom. And the claim on here is that it says unique patented design leaves only 2 warp threads on each end. Very easy to use. Set 40 warps in less than 5 minutes, whatever that means. Adjustable length used for any project, including bracelets, hat bands, pouches, necklaces, tapestries, and more. Works with any size bead. No assembly required. Includes illustrated instructions. It's ergonomic. So we're going to start this at $10. I'm going to tell you right now, you go out there and look on Amazon or some other sites, and you'll see this with between $35 and $40. So I don't even remember where I got this, be honest with you. So I don't think I'm losing money on it, but I don't know. And I don't worry about it because I just think you guys, somebody out there might like to learn how to do beading. And I think it's a really cool looking thing. And like I said, it's all there. Here's the original item number from whatever that means for you. Any other information on here that makes sense? This shows an example of somebody beading. So for those that are into beading or would like to get into beading, they're looking for a winter pastime or something like that, or you want to make bracelets or necklaces or whatever with beads and seed beads, it's all there. You obviously need to buy the beads, and you'll need to buy probably the, whatever they use for string on here. So it does not include the threads. If that's the word I should be using, threads on there. But it doesn't say which you can and cannot use with it. I think, as far as I can tell, you can use pretty much what you want. So, in actuality, if I was smart. I could put together, I have somewhere a bin full of beads, and I probably have the threads as well from years ago. There it is. Did I put it on the screen? I should do that, huh? Okay, let me mark that as being shown. Where is it? Write it down. Okay. Let's do a ring. I think this is the one to show. Well, this one's as good as any. I wrote down the size too, so it was smart on this one. But I want to double check. It's like 8 1/4, so I'm going to check. Make sure while you're thinking about this thing, let me take the string off here so I get the proper. I've got a little inventory thread tag on here, so I don't lose track of this particular one. I don't remember where I got this one either. But if I leave the thread on there, it can trick me into thinking it's a different size than it is. So I want to make sure I do that right. Oh, come on now. Yeah. Okay, double check. Okay, well, we're going to pass on the beading loom. And say somebody later on wants to see that again, no problem. So I'm going to show you the size here. Oops, let me get that on the screen. And some more light on it. There we go. So you see it is 8 1/4. And it's silver. And I don't know what that is in the center. It could be onyx. It could be something they call jet, or it could be anything. I don't know. But I am going to put it up here. And we will leave it there. And let's shut this light off for a second. And zoom in. There. Yeah, it is marked 925, not sterling. We'll start this at $10. Well, I hit the shift key and got myself a parentheses and wasn't paying attention where I was typing. But you know what it is. So, and mark that one as being shown. I have a few rings tonight, actually. The others are varying sizes. So this is an 8 1/4. Again, let me show it to you again on my hand. Should fit pretty close to my pinky. And maybe I can show you the marking. Let's see if I can find it here. I don't know if it'll show on camera. Let's see it. You can see the mark right there. Not focusing on it really well, but it's there. Okay. The mandrel away before it's dropped. The mandrel I have that you can see is solid steel. It things weighs a lot. And if I drop it, it'll hurt my foot. So I want to make sure I put that away. While you're looking at that, let me grab another pair of earrings. Another vintage pair, actually. And display. Let's come up on a display so you can see them better without my fingers in the way. Oh, wow, that's really on there. Yeah, and so I hope everybody's doing well. It's here tonight. Yeah. This one's on the tight. The backings are on there tight. Pushed on too far. That's why. Yeah. Okay. No interest in that ring. That's fine. We'll pass on that. And show you a couple of earrings that are they call forget-me-not earrings. I think they're one of the things when I looked it up. I think they said they're from the 50s. They could be from the 50s or 60s. If they were older than that, then they would have a marking on the back, most likely of the maker or manufacturer. It is gold rimmed, gold color rimmed thing, and I'll show it up close here in a second. But let me just type it in. I'm going to start these at $8. I'll show you what they look like up close. So you can see in the bottom it says the Seed Company. Top says Forget Me Not. And in the corner you see a little 25-cent thing. So I think it was supposed to be like a postage stamp, thing. And it's, you can see they're not, there's a post there. They're not thick. Let me get one of these off. We'll stand here for a second and show you the back. See, no markings or anything. But it has got a gold tone rim on it. Oh, that shows nicely right there. And I put the wrong thing on the screen here. It helps to put the right things up on here. I wasn't supposed to forget is one word. Fat fingers hit the space bar and I didn't catch it. But there it is. Forget Me Not earring. And that is the Forget Me Not flower. That much I know. Alrighty. Let me write this down so I don't forget. I'm trying to do better about keeping track of what I'm selling here, so I don't repeat myself. Foot pearl. Okay. Yeah, you might see the $8 number a lot tonight on some of the items here. Okay. We should look for a necklace next. Give me a second while I dig in my bin here. Oh, do I have a pin? Let me go do a pin. And I've got a couple of other things too. Let's see here. This necklace. And we'll break it. No, we'll do something else. We'll do something else. Oh, I forgot about those too. Getting all kinds of things here. All right. I want to grab this other necklace. And I got a tag on it, so I can take that off. So bear with me for a second. Oh, come on. Oh my. Yeah, this next week, no auction on Thursday next week. We have an appointment that's going to basically take up most of my day. And I might try and do it another night. We'll wait and see. If I do it another night, most likely it'll be Wednesday. The other thing yes, I've been toying with the idea of Christmas in July, but I'm not thinking holiday in July kind of thing. We'll see. We'll see with that. Oh, this will be a good one. And this next week can be also not just because of the all-day thing that I'm going to be consuming on Thursday, but we're dog sitting, so not just our two dogs, but I'll have my daughter's. She's a golden mix, right? We think maybe Chesapeake. At least that's my thinking anyway. That she could be a part Chesapeake and golden. And she's a handful. She's 8 years old, but she's still a handful. So a good dog. And they get along great. So not an issue there. Okay, no interest in the earrings. That's fine. I'll pass. Just back in its bag. And put this necklace up for display here. Oops, put this up and walk around. I'm put it on the whiteboard and bring this up closer and up. There we go. So this is a Claire's necklace, and I'll show it to you better here in a second as soon as I put these other earrings away. If I can find the bag I had them in. All right. Let's write this down. Forget not. Okay, so this is a Claire's silver tone necklace. You see the little turtle with a sea theme here. Oops. Back it off. Keep it focused. There we go. I think right now it's got a it's got about almost a 3-inch extender. Back up here, 3-inch extender, and at the end of the extension, there's the Claire's tag. So I would say that without the extension, that looks pretty darn close to 18 all by itself. Let's see here. 16. Okay, so 16. So it'll be 18 plus with the extension. Okay. So Claire's turtle necklace, I'm going to call this. Oops. Boy, 2 typos in here. Good thing I have spell check. Really is good. We'll start this at $7. Thought I was going to say 8, right? Oh, I still did typed it wrong. Claire's. A-R-E-S. There. Let's try that again. Okay. So there's that. Put away. And I hope, like I say, I don't know how everybody's doing tonight, but all quiet in the chat. A little bit of a couple folks at the beginning there that said hello. No, it's Not yet. I hope everybody's doing okay. What's this one? Oh, an Avon ring. We'll do that next. And so we're doing okay here. Weather's great. We had a great weekend. See, this weekend was the 18th. We on the 18th Saturday we had a birthday party for a friend, and that was a lot of fun. Did some karaoke, some food. Went crazy. I didn't do any singing, but I don't think I have a decent singing voice, but anyway, they was a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna skip this one. I'm not happy with this ring. Let me go with something else. I have what I consider an Avon ring, but it's kind of looks like it either use a good cleaning or can't tell if it's just me or it's just beat up. Can't tell. So we won't take a chance on that. We'll go with this next one. This is the size of this one. I think this was small compared to some of the stuff I've shown. Yeah, this is a 6 1/4. Okay, no interest in Claire's necklace. We don't pass. I just had the bag for that too. I see they're misplacing these bags. There's the one for the earrings. All right. So this next ring I have is a 6 1/4. I don't know what I do with this. I'm going to put it up, and it is marked 925. I'm going to bring the camera back down. It doesn't look really good on that holder, so I'm going to show it to you better than that. We'll put the second one. Put this next item away. Or I should say the last item away. I'll write that down. I showed it. There. So lately, it seems to be getting some requests and emails. So I'll make sure I keep tabs on what I've shown and where it is. Okay, so this one is marked 925. Very unusual. I don't. Some call this jet or maybe onyx, but I can't say that it is. It does not feel cold to my touch, but it is definitely a sterling earring. Very unusual. It's raised up like that. It does not fluoresce, if you were wondering. Let me see if I can find the mark on here for you. Give me a second. I gotta find it for myself first, and then we can. Oh yeah, this one's marked sterling. Right inside there. Marked sterling. So this is an older vintage ring. Now I gotta put. I'm gonna set it down here for a second. I don't think it shows well on that stand, so I'm just gonna put it down like that, so you can get a look at it. And let's put that up on the screen here. Sterling marked sterling, so it gives you an idea of age. What did I say it was? A 6. Goodness. Double check now. I don't want to make you the wrong information. 6 1/4. Yeah, 6 1/4. And we'll start this at. Okay, I did comp this one, and if no matter what is in it, because of its design and age, they were asking quite a bit for this. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start it at 10. I have no idea what the real value of this is. If this is I wish I had this is where one time I wish I had a Presidium, some way of testing it. I don't think the test I could do was the temperature test, and it doesn't cold to the touch, which there's something called JET, or whatever. It said it's unusual for it to be a black diamond, which is the other option. But again, it's not cold. I mean, it is trying to simulate that it looks like a black diamond, but it's not. I guarantee it's not. If it was a black diamond, oh my gosh, you're talking hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. It's just crazy. So, but yeah. Okay. No interest in that. Oops, in purple screen. Grab a sip of water here again. Okay, I'm gonna make a note there. Okay, so no interest in that. We will pass on that ring. And okay, let's show these guys. You got a pair of bluebirds, porcelain bluebirds, and I'm going to tell you who makes them in here in the chat in just a second. As soon as I type it. We're going to start these at $10, and these are made by Goebel. Goebel, I don't know how you pronounce it. There's the mark on the bottom. Goebel. And I probably misspelled it, didn't I? No, I didn't. No, I spelled it right. German, made in West Germany. Gives you an idea of age. West Germany, it means this is before the unification. So before 1999? 1990 something. And the CV72. So it gives you an idea of that's the mold that was used for that one. And this was in CVS 73. Again, Mark Goebel. Again, I'm not asking anywhere near. I'm seeing the asking prices out there on the auction market. So there they are. They're in excellent shape. I don't see any chips or anything like that on these. If there were, I would not bring them here, or I'd sell the one that's solid. But they're all both in excellent shape. Usually, a good place to look for damage is the tips of the beaks, tips of the tails, that kind of place. But these are in excellent shape. And I can tell you right now, you could probably turn around and sell these and make a decent profit, I think. There they are. It's front and back. I don't know if they hand paint these or what. I have no idea. But there they are. Okay. Again, something I acquired that wasn't. I'm not losing money on. Let's put that away. I can't even remember where these came from either. Not terrible. Okay. Let's see what's next. Oh, let's do that. Oh, yes. Okay, no interest in ceramic roides. We'll pass on those. Quiet out there tonight in chat. A decent safe place. Okay. I have a really interesting pin and angel screen. And this is an angel pin. And marked JJ. We will start these. Let's start this. I did look this up and I don't remember what it was going for. So we will start it at 7. Let me see if there's any interest at that price. It is pewter, I believe. Here's the JJ mark on the back. On the pin. And you can see it's got this little thing it's holding. It looks like a star with something in the center of it that feels like a very smooth bead, or maybe even a pearl. So it looks pearlish, I want to say, pearl-like. If it isn't a pearl, it's very much looks like one. Oops, angel pin, not ping. Oh my word, my computer catching me here. Oh, hey Pamela. Okay, I will grab the filigree I have right here, and I will make sure I put a stopper on there so they don't lose any of the beads. Let me write your name down, and then I'll. Yeah, it was 5. Okay, and the dark ring. Okay, let me put a tag on that with the name. So, Pam. I'm gonna put it in the chat here for just a moment. 2. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me set those aside over here. And let me put that in the chat. Before I do anything else. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me get that description up there. Thing angel. See if I can call it a pin this time instead of a ping. Mark JJ. We start this at 7, right? So I said, yeah. So, I should give you a length on that, huh? Okay. What did I do with my usual little quarter or something I have to reference somewhere here? Oh, not here. What did I do with it? I didn't spend it. Well, let me, looks like it's about, so you get an idea, it's about almost 3 inches long. So, pretty good size. Like I said, there's been a resurgence in pins, mostly with the young people, and it's been interesting. They put them on their backpacks, apparently. So, of course, no school right now. Well, no school except for summer school. So, all right, we're going to pass on that. And set that aside. You write that one down that I showed it. And write down that Pam bought the filigree. And the dark ring. Okay. Let's get that off the screen. Let's see, do I have any other non-jewelry items I was planning on showing tonight? Oh yeah, I do. So I have a couple of cigar boxes. Let me put my camera back up. I have two different cigar boxes. I'm going to ask the same for both. I'm going to do a buy it now, $8. And so what I'm going to say is, if you're interested in it, see this one says Arganese. Just put that in the chat, and that's yours. And the other one I have, and there, I'm going to show them one at a time here. So you can see where it's been opened. There's a little bit of damage there, but nothing. Where the bottom is wooden. It looks like, well, actually, probably the whole thing is wooden, just covered in paper. With the usual California warning on there. Petite Corona. So, I know some people like to collect them. There's the first one. And this is a much older one, I think. Topstone, which we put in the chat is Topstone. Back up here. Let me see if I can. There. And there's the thing there, and the inside. Typically, I see these things go for $15, $20, and sometimes, depending on what they are, it varies a lot. This one's got a little bottom wear, so it's been shuffled around on the shelf a bit. So, Topstone and Arganese. Okay. Okay. I meant to say each. That's right. Okay. Let me write that down. Okay. And we'll take that off the screen. Oops, I had that on the screen. Did I have it on the screen? I guess I did. Okay. Jewelry. I have this. I found out, my wife tells me that this pin was made for someone. So this is homemade pin, turquoise beads, and a pewter wolf. I had no idea what something like that, homemade item like that would be made worth, but there's the turquoise and the pewter wolf. So I'll put on there. I don't know what to ask for something like that. I really don't. Oops, I spelled turquoise. I don't know. Started at $5, I guess. See if there's any interest. It's just a pin. So you just, not sure what the intent was, but there it is. I guess they're trying to simulate some kind of a native style, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, let's do this next. Yeah, a couple of. I have, what is it? I've got an assorted thing here. It's going to be really weird. This is the one, the most unusual piece I think I'm showing. No, that one's had most specific style thing. Okay, no interest in that. I wasn't quite sure what to do with this. Just came in some stuff we had, and I knew where it came from. So, all right, I've got an assortment of pins. I'll explain each of them in a minute here. We'll start this at $5. Now, let me explain something about each of them. Deadshot, for those that it's not, maybe you're not familiar with them. It's a I think it was a movie maybe called Deadshot or Suicide Squad. Not one I've ever watched, but I've heard of it. Excuse me. I'm gonna sneeze again. Hang on a sec. Sorry about that. My apologies. Okay. So anyway, just this pin alone is apparently worth something. But these other pins, I didn't know what they were. I had to look up what the NSSA is. It's the National Skeet Shooters Association. Don't know much about what these pins were intended for. But there they are. So this is all one group. And they just threw in another little cute wings with a purple heart on it. Pin. There's no markings or anything like that. Any interest in that for $5? I say this is brand new, obviously, in the package. Suicide Squad. Again, not a genre I'm familiar with. It says it's pewter. And then the other 3 pins. Any interest? It's a bit of a weird ephemera, I guess you'd call it. I have a couple of things I could put in that ephemera tonight. I have some antique photos too, if anybody's interested in those. I might have some postcards somewhere here, right close by. Anyway, let me focus on this first. And then we'll go to another item. Okay. Oh, that's right. Oh, there it is. I'd taken a tag off of something and I'm going to put it back on. So I can find it again if I need it. Okay, no interest in the pins. We will pass on that. How about a hair clip with real stones in it? I checked them; they're all real. There's it's like malachite and quartz. That might be citrine there in the middle. It's hard to tell for sure. It just kind of got the yellowish like citrine. That might be so aventurine on there. But it's your typical hair clip. You squeeze the thing and it pops open. I remember my daughter's having clips like that. We'll start this at $5. I don't know. It's not silver. It's just, and I think it even says made in China somewhere in there. And little gold tone beads in between them. Excuse me. Yeah, something tickling my nose tonight. Okay. Let's do some more earrings. I think I may have shown these earrings before, but I'm not sure. We'll see. I think if that familiar to anybody. Okay, no interested in the hair clip. You will pass. One of the things where my wife and I have been toying with the idea was just taking, and this is something I've seen Vicky Nikki do, and that is you just keep putting things on the table. Start a bid at $10 and keep putting until somebody actually bids 10 and then stop. And then see if anybody continues to bid above that. If not, they get it for $10. I have bins and bins and bins of stuff that we could do that with. And I may do something like that. I don't know if I'll do it tonight, but I'm tempted to. I am tempted to because I have stuff I need to. I just don't want to keep hanging on to. And I'll rather give it away than donate it, I guess, at this point. So, although I could do that too. And we have done that. So, all right. How about some, and I've been told these are Navajo style earrings. And these are, the earring hooks are marked 925. I believe I did the magnet system the rest of it. Let me do that real quick here. My magnet's grabbing stuff here. Yeah. So I believe it is all silver. But I know the earring hooks are marked 925. And I could not find the marking on the piece itself, but it doesn't mean anything necessarily. But it's called Navajo style. I'm not saying it's Navajo made. I'm saying it's Navajo style earrings. 925 earrings. What did I want for these? $18 we're going to start these at. And those are turquoise. They supposedly are turquoise or turquoisite Heishi beads underneath. I guess it's something to be related to maybe the dream catchers, shape and everything like that. I'm just going by what the oddball research came up with, and that's kind of where what it said. Not sure how much faith I have in that. But, well, I do have this one thing here too. And all right. Well, let's see here. Oh, these are earrings. I wasn't expecting that. I was trying to take something out of a bag here, and I thought it was a necklace, but they're earrings. Well, maybe we'll just hang on to those. All right. So let's see here. Oh, hey, Billy. Did you? Okay, hang on. And the size 8.5. There was somebody else. If you're talking about the one with the black stone, when you're talking about the ring, or you're talking about. Hang on, let me get my notes out here. there was a couple different rings. So one was an 8 1/4, and one was an 8 1/2, I think. The onyx one, I think, is the one one that has an onyx-like stone in it. It's the one that was already taken. I think if you're talking about this ring, that's sold. The one with the black stone. If you're talking about, here's the other one I had. I'm trying to keep these things handy. If you're talking about this one, it did not sell. So the 8 1/4, yeah. So that's this one. Just double checking. Yes. Okay. Cool. Okay. Let me write your name down and let's get this squared away. Billy. I have 2 other items I'm about to invoice you for, so it works out perfectly. So right. All right. Let me put that down. Write your name down. What did we say? 10. That was 10. Yeah, 10. And the other thing was the angel pen. I didn't write that one down, but I have it right here. Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't write it down, didn't I? Huh. It was one of the ones I missed writing down. I'm trying to be good about it tonight. Doggone it. That's okay. We'll take care of it. All right. No interest in these. That's fine. Where am I? Oh, yes. These are some really cool. Okay. I've had these before, and I've shown these some time ago at an auction, probably a year or 2 ago now. I think of it. And I've got 2 of these. And I'm going to sell each. Hang on a second. Let me just put one down. I can show you. Let me take this off the screen. These are made out of glass. I don't know if you call it blown glass or not, but they're a pendant. I am not including a necklace with them, but they're really, really cool. And you can see they're kind of a dichroic. And these are 2 different ones. And I can't remember. Give me a second here. Let's see if I have anything in my notes about this. Can't remember what I did with them. But they are hand blown. Okay, so I guess I lied earlier at the beginning. I said I didn't think I would do anything for choice, but I will do this for choice. I will start these at $8, and I better gets to choose which one. And they're pretty much pretty similar. But you can see it's cute little seahorse, and you can see the top of it is. Find it. Oh no, that one's nope. I'll take that back. That one's damaged. I didn't see that. Okay, so never mind. I'm going to delete that. And boom. I don't sell broken things unless somebody really, really wants it. Seahorse. We'll start this at $8. That one was broken. No, this one doesn't. See, it's got a little loop at the top. That one was broken. I feel so bad about that. And you can see it's kind of a dichroic glass at the same time. Where you see that side and you see the other. Cute, huh? Darn. I must have gotten bounced around the box way too hard or something to break off that little piece of glass at the top. There it is. Isn't that really cool? I think the colors on it, it's just it's amazing what they do when they do that dichroic glass, and it's all blown that way. So, but they are obviously that particular one. The other one was fragile, so no way to repair that. I could possibly glue something onto it or drill something onto it, but that's not gonna bring it back. Hang on, I get a sip of water before I start coughing again. So, okay. It's a pendant. It's technically. It's warm up here. For some reason, this room gets warm faster. I think it's the metal roof that does it to me. Plus the heat rises in this house. Okay. No interest in the little glass seahorse. Okay, we will pass. And I'll take really good care of that one. It doesn't get broken. Okay, so about some Victorian style earrings. Not Victorian, it's just the Victorian style, mimicking that style. They're gold tone. I'll take them off of the black because I know on the black sometimes things just don't come out as well. The center kind of looks like an amethyst color. We're going to call this gold tone, almost more a brass tone. I'm going to say brass tone. Victorian style. Big Victorian earrings. Of course, they didn't have pierced ears in the Victorian times. They were most likely, but well, I don't think they did anyway. We'll start these at $7. No markings on that I could find. I'll take one off so I can show you in my hand here so you get a better idea what they really look like. So the center's got like, it looks like a power shell. Almost kind of a thing in the center. Sorry, my hands are not steady tonight. I'm not as steady as I can be have been in the past. So there's the front. Back is just a simple. There's the hook. Shepherd's hook. I think putting more light on doesn't really help much. Well, it does help a little. Brings out that stone, power stone. Okay. Let's see what is next on the agenda here. Okay. Let's see. I'm just trying to find something I think you might be interested in. Let's see. I'm literally digging through a box of stuff here. Hang on a second. That's interesting. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, okay. Definitely a good one to show. All right, no interest in the earrings. We'll pass. And this out of the way. And bring the camera up to a Leah Sophia necklace. That's very pink. Yeah. A little too close. Okay. I'm putting these away. I don't think I showed this one before. Could be wrong. I'll make note of what I just did show though, so I don't forget. To clear what I did with my pen. All right. There. Okay, so the Leah Sophia. Pink, we'll call it pink. Necklace. We'll start this at $8. Yeah. Okay. And I'm thinking about shut this loud because I think it's overwhelming. Yeah. And then we'll take this off of here. It does have an extender. And I have it fully extended at the time showing it. So fully extended. Let me show you the beads up here, but fully extended looks like it's about 16. And if it didn't fully extend it, 14. So, and let me show you the Leah Sophia tag right there. Sorry, it's moving on me here. There's the Leah Sophia tag. That'll focus on it. No, not going to focus. All right. Let me zoom out. And so let's show you what the beads look like. That's my hand. You see some light pink and some dark pink and some white. So you get to the extender and lost the clasp. Yep. Okay. What else did I have? Let's see here. Okay, just trying to keep track of what I've shown. I have a couple more rings. I think let's do some more rings. Let me check the markings on if there's markings on this one. Can't recall. I may have shown this one in the last couple of weeks. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. I hate to say that, but it's true. Ooh, this one's much larger than I thought. Okay. No interest in Leah Sophia, so we've got to pass on that. And let me grab a bag to put that in. There. Okay. We have this nondescript. I say nondescript. It's no markers, no. It looks like it's almost a 9. It's just shy of hitting the 9 on there. I drop it on there to see where it falls, and it pretty much falls at the 9, just above the 9, just to show you, so you can see the mark. Okay, gold tone, and it's got a little blue stone and a little. Well, actually, they're both blue, and then a couple clear stone or rhinestones next to it. I don't think they're stone. I think they're crystals. So let me set that down. Let's see if we keep it from rolling around here. There. I'm not going to put on that black thing because it never shows up right. And I'm okay. So I'm going to call this the gold tone and blue. Whoops! What did I just do? Cancel. Typing in the wrong place. That's why. Gold tone and blue, size 9 ring. We'll start this at let's say $5. Any interest? Okay. And that actually might fit on my pinky. At least part way. Get a better idea how it looks when someone's wearing it. If I put it on my ring finger, it goes up to the knuckle and stop. My knuckles are so bad. Combination of arthritis and years of being a drummer. I'm sure I have a lot to do with it. Still pretty ring though. You can see it does capture some of the light nicely. Put this mandrel away before I drop it on my foot. And while that is up, maybe. Okay. We'll pass on that. How about some charms? I'm just going to show you a couple of charms. These came from a company called Lindenberg Jewelers. I don't know. There's no markings on them other than the card they're on, and I'm pretty sure these did actually come from Lindenberg Jewelers. They're vintage. These are really old. California. So they're very musical theme, as you can see. And so I'm going to sell the 2 of these together. We'll start the Musical charms. We'll start these at $5. Is any interest? Actually, I take that back. This is a charm. This is a pin. Oh. So let me rephrase that. Musical charm and pin. Still gonna be $5. But this one's a pin. I didn't realize that. For some reason I picked them up and I didn't look at it closely. And that one's a charm. So show them up close here. Yeah. If it'll focus. If there's little rhinestones or something in that one, as well as in this one. You see what the original price was back in several decades ago. They're vintage now. No markings on the back. So, okay. Write this down. Okay. See, we did ring, necklace, earrings, pin. Oh, we'll do for some earrings again, I guess. All right. Let me get my display for earrings here. Trying to untangle them here. Hang on a second. There. Just the way I had them set up. All right. What did I do with my earring stand? No, I guess I won't show them that way. All right, I'll pass on this. And I've got some orange earrings, gold tone. Let's see, I'm trying to just, I think I'm just going to lay them down like this. I'll show them in my hand here in a minute. I thought I took care of that. Oh, there we go. All right, gold tone and orange. Earrings. We'll start these at $5. So very delicate, little tiny guys. There's the hook. It's a clip style. Not clip. That's the wrong word. Hook style. Oh, it's not dropping it. I'm trying to look at the screen and hold something at the same time. There. You know what? Let me grab my tweezers. Maybe that'll be easier to hold them. So I'm trying to hold them with my fingertips. There. So you can see how they hang. Actually, bring the camera up because then you can see it proper. Where they hang. So there they are. You can see this little gold tone pattern. Focus, come on. Yeah. There we go. think those are little glass beads. That's what it looks like. Sit it down so I can type. Now, there. Okay. Too much light, I guess. There. Okay. Let's see. I'll write that down. Okay. What's next? I have a lot of earrings handy for some strange reason tonight. Well, we'll do another pair of rings. Let's see. I can. So we're going to pass on those. We'll get a little, how about a couple of little Zuni Bear type earrings, gold tone. I think I showed these last week. I don't remember. I may have shown these last couple of weeks. That's again why I'm trying to write this down tonight. Let me write that down, please. Okay. So gold tone. Oops. And Zuni Bear earrings. Start these at $4. What's that? And we'll go on and see what we can come up with. More necklaces here. And this is something else you're looking for. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of jewelry tonight, so not a lot of other items. I think I showed all the extra stuff I wanted to show. I do have some marbles. Anybody's into marbles. And some more stones, too. We did go to the Gem and Mineral Show this last weekend. That's where I said it was a very busy weekend. And so I wasn't really impressed this year with what was available. So, all right. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was some really great stuff, but boy, price has gone up. Wow. On jewelry, on all the stones jewelry. Wow, it was crazy. But it was still fun, and I just didn't find anything that I was excited about. I guess that's what it boiled down to. I do have I don't. Yeah. I'll show you what one of the items I've got here that I have from last year, and see if anybody's interested in it. But okay, we're going to pass on this. I've got a nice piece of selenite. Get the light. And I don't remember if this fluoresces or not. Maybe it does. I'm putting a UV light on it just to see if it fluoresces a little bit. Not really. It's reflecting the light, but it's not really glowing per se. I don't think sunlight does normally. So, what did I do with my? I swear I had a quarter here somewhere, so I could give you an idea of size. But let me put the ruler in front of it so we get an idea of size. We'll start this at $10, I guess. Anybody interested? Shut this off the light off. I think it's causing more headache than. Yeah. Yeah, there was some. Oh man, there was some. I should have done a video. I really should have had my camera going and done some video of it, but not this time, I guess. I'm not sure. I didn't see anybody else doing that kind of stuff either. I should have. No, maybe they didn't allow it. I didn't think to ask. We had to ask permission to do that. But my wife did buy a few pieces she really liked for herself. Again, she's into amber, so I think she bought a couple of amber pieces. My granddaughter was with us, and she bought some stuff for herself and for gifts. I'm trying to get this piece untangled here. That's what I want to show you next, if I can get it untangled. But yeah, so I was a little disappointed. I know in the years past that we'll find some decent things and bring it to you guys, but nobody was doing anything. There were no liquidation sales, let's put it that way. Prices were just full retail. Man, this one is one time. There. Okay. I have a necklace. Let me get the length here. Looks like 16 maybe. No. Okay, we'll pass on this. Oh, it's already 20 past 10. Wow. Where'd the day go? Oh, like I said, I've been up off and on since 4 o'clock this morning, so I'm surprised I'm still going. All right, how about this nice little necklace? I think this came from the Pilgrim Company, but I'm not sure. So this is blue and kind of a dark red and yellow. So we'll call that a brass color. Yeah, it is a Pilgrim piece. I'll show you that in a minute. And we'll start this at, you know what? I'm going to give you a good deal on this. I'm going to start at $5. Oh. Move this out of the way for a second. And so yeah, I'm going to put more light on it because it's not really showing the color really well. There. So you can see the center crystal is yellow, surrounded by these blue crystals, and then the outer crystals are red. Right. and then it's on a brass chain, colored chain, that is about, looks like 16 with a 2-inch extension. Lobster claw clasp. And there's the name of the company right there, Pilgrim. Danish design. It says on one side and Pilgrim on the other. Oh, hope we had a good walk. Okay. Let me write that down. Let me write it down on my chart. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Back to where we were here. So there it is, and there's the back. This you can see the back. Same brass color. Really catches the light, these crystals they have on there. Get this. Shuffle a few things around here so I can put the camera in a better position. There. Okay, let me write that down. Okay. No interest in that, so I'll pass on that. Oops. Pass on that. And set that over here with the rest of the stuff. Oh, what time are we doing here? 10:23. I said I got more earrings than most anything. Oh, I do another ring. What did I do with that? Yeah, this one. They're very interesting rings. It says it's a size 7. So let me just verify that. Don't know if I always believe it. Yep, it is a 7. And let's see if there's any markings on the inside. I don't think so. Okay, but I want to show you because it does have markings. It is written on the top. It says Pandora on there. Okay, and the thing in the middle, and this light looks like it's a dark red. I'm going to shut this light off and see if the other light comes up better. It's hard to tell. It's got some dirt on it. Let me get a quick wipe here. It does say Pandora. I have no idea. There's no other markings on this thing other than the word Pandora on the top. Yeah, I can try the black light on it, but I don't think it'll do anything. Yeah, it's not. The tag is certainly getting lighting up, but yeah, not doing anything. Not really. So, yeah, it sort of looks like a heart in the middle, doesn't it? Yeah, hold it like that. There's nothing. There's the inside. There's no markings. I honestly don't know what to ask for it. I mean, it does say Pandora, but is it a real Pandora? I don't know. It is a size 7. I'm just going to call it a ring marked Pandora. And we'll start this at, I'm going to lowball it. I'm going to go $8. I have no idea. Maybe I'm giving this something away. I have no idea. I didn't even try to, my mistake is I didn't try to look it up. So, not making, that's interesting. So let me see if I can. So they think it's black enamel. I'm going to look it up. There isn't a similar ring to it. You have Pandora, but most of their rings go in anywhere from $50 to $100. Crazy, huh? But I have no idea. I'm going to let it go for 8 because I have no idea. If there's any interest, I see Marlene at 8. The size 7 is right there on the tag, and I verified it is. So, but no markings other than the Pandora name. Like I showed. Interesting, huh? You'd think there'd be some kind of marking other than that, but nowhere. Alrighty. Well, sold to Marlene for $8. Oops, I'm typing in and it's not showing up. Hang on. Let's try that again. Oh, I think I had the wrong thing up on the screen. Doggone it. Never got rid of that. My mistake. That's what I should have had up on the screen. Sorry. Okay. I'm just making sure I get it there for a few seconds, and then I'm going to say sold after I drink a water, actually. Okay. Sold. Thank you. That with your other stuff. And I'll do one more, I think. Let's see what we can do here. I thought I had another silver item somewhere here. I literally have a small bin that is labeled earrings, and that's all that's in that bin is earrings. And I am just, oh man, it's just crazy. Nope. Nope. I've shown those before. I'll make sure I don't put something else here. The brass style earrings, which, oh yeah, okay. Brass style earrings. I'll make sure I get the right ones here. Hang on, let me grab them. Make sure I get the right ones. You mean these earrings, right? Making sure I get the right ones, Pam. Just let me know for sure if I got the right ones. And we'll write that down. Okay, cool. Thank you. Write that down. Here we are. Okay, got it. Put that up there. Okay. Thank you. Okay. One more item, then we're going to call it a night. And I know that other auctions are going up there. People are bouncing back and forth. And I just thought I had one more silver piece here somewhere. Is that it? We're tarnished like it is. Let me see here. Let's see here. I am going through bag after bag after bag of stuff here. Oh, well, let's do this. Oh, I did have an estate piece. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's marked. Let me see what it's marked. Let's see what it's marked. Is it marked? It just looks like it's marked. No, it's marked. Sterling. Oh, yes. Okay. Let me back the camera up. And this to me looks like sodalite beads, possibly. It is marked sterling. Show you the marking if I can get it to show up there. Focus. There it is. The wrong side showing. STER right there. So does that mean that these beads are sterling? Well, let's do the magnet test real quick. They do not react. Nothing reacts to the magnet. So this thing's really long. They do. I thought I had a tape measure here. I do, but it's buried somewhere. Well, let's bring my ruler up. On the ruler, it goes 12. It goes 12. That's 20. That's a 24-inch necklace. No center chain on it. You see, it's the older style round clasp. So it's got smaller beads going to bigger beads with a silver tone and maybe silver beads, because it does say sterling on the. There. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I got to do a Christmas in July auction. It's not going to be on my usual night. So I'm going to say this is possibly sodalite. Marked sterling. Necklace. And it came from the estate I was working with last year. I'm going to have to start this at least at $12. Let's show some of it. Oh, those are cold. Wow. All right, I haven't. This is my inventory tag on there, and reminding me that where it came from. I even wrote on the sort of question mark, sort of like question mark. I didn't catch the mark on that about sterling though, so that's pretty cool. So, and see, there's some of the larger beads at the end. They're not tarnished at all, so that's a good thing. So, okay. We're going to sell this off and call it a night here pretty soon. So we're going to say sold to Marlene for $12. And thank you, thank you, thank you. When you write that down. And I'm going to switch cameras here. While I write, you can watch me while I write down. There. Okay. You say I've got say thank you to everybody for your purchases tonight, and I hope you're doing okay. I know some folks are dealing with illnesses and stuff like that, so I always wish the best for you all. And I didn't get around to some of the ephemera stuff I had. I had a whole bag of keys. I think it was Pam, or maybe it was Kelly. Somebody like that loves to have the keys and stuff for making wind chimes, and I have a whole bag full, and I never got around to showing it. But if the person that was, if it's one of you two, if anybody that's still watching is interested, I can throw it up there really quick and just make an offer. Anyway, and then the gym show was good, Marlene. I was not. I mean, the prices were high. And it was fun. We met a lot of interesting people. I met some folks actually that know people that I know, kind of thing. And I didn't see a couple of the folks there that I expected to see. I went on Sunday, and I said the prices were full blown retail. You weren't going to get any deals. And even a couple of the guys I've bought from in the past, they had a few decent things, but nothing that I was interested in. If I was making jewelry, if we were making jewelry again, which we do on occasion, but not very often now, I would have maybe bought a few things, but there was some beautiful stuff there. And some of the stuff is in the hundreds of dollars, and some of the stuff was in the tens of dollars. So yeah, that's where it was. But it was still fun, and a lot of people were there, and it was enjoyable. And they gave away free stuff, a few free things. Like when you walked in, you can get a free stone sample. So I grabbed this one here for myself, a little moss agate guy, which is kind of cool. So, I think for some folks it may have been the imports may have been, but there was definitely stuff coming from overseas, but there wasn't. I would say, well, a lot of the mineral samples these people had are probably stuff they've had for years, and I'm guessing, especially when you consider that some of these amethyst crystals they had, the big geode ones that are like foot tall kind of thing, or bigger. They were rocking $200-300 for some of these, but they were worth it. But there were some really, there were some good deals, but nothing that I would take and buy from them and then sell to you. It's just there wasn't enough room in any of that. They were looking at what they could out of it. It wasn't expensive to go to. I think it would cost $3 to get in, so it wasn't bad. It wasn't a waste of my time. I enjoyed it. I got to speak to a lot of folks about different things, so and learned a lot more about other types of stones that I had not seen before, that kind of stuff. Did pick up a couple of interesting things. I picked up I think I got a little geode. One of these days I'll get my diamond saw going and slice it open and then let you know what I get out of it. So, but yeah, that's where we were. So, okay, like I said, I am going to try and do a holiday in July type of thing, and although July is just about over, and I'm not doing one next week on Thursday. Like I said, we got an all-day thing that is taking up all my time. I might try and do something Wednesday night if I'm not too tired from taking care of my daughter's dog as well as our two dogs. So, but yeah, have a good weekend. Yeah, that's good. Have a good weekend, everybody. We are having some gorgeous weather for the next 4 days. No rain until Monday, and 70s, 80, low 80s, dry, sunny, nice, really nice weather. So I'm enjoying that. So, all right, you all have a great night and a blessed night and a great weekend. Bye-bye.